I'm glad the way you are seated. Most of the guests here are like Karakuya. Before I come on, go do it. So, Bala Roshiro, Eroichita, what is that so?
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Alright. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to Discover Your Missing Link. We are on, and one of my guests is already here, meaning that the show is about to be. Haha. Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Are you happy to be here?
I'm excited actually to be
Wow,
here.
wow.
Yeah.
How was it with the rains?
Wow, it was quite an experience.
Beautiful,
Yeah, we're enjoying.
beautiful.
Yes.
Alright, so tell your neighbor this is Discover Your Missing Link is on. Make sure you load your phones, your talk time. We are about to get into the topic. We want to make it interactive. If you want to get in touch with us, just make sure that you call 0978-325332 to be able to SMS us, give us a contribution. Today we are looking at the roles and responsibilities of a wife. You can SMS us, or you want to contribute ahead of time before we open the phone lines, you can be able to and then you'll be able to read them live so that you are part of the conversation. Alright, let's start with Madam on my left. Give us a profile about yourself. Who are you? Who are we talking to this afternoon? So that our listeners and our viewers can be able to know the person behind the voice.
Okay, so I am Teresa Kapunda Malundu, Mrs. Malundu. I'm a wife, a mother, yes, and a teacher. Woman as well. Yes.
And not yet, you know what?
So basically, yeah, that's all about me.
Mrs. Malundu. Alright. On my far right, give us I know you're not new to this this program, just maybe a brief so that people can be able to know the person who's back in the studio.
Thank you. Banda Manda. This is Manda. Yes, I am a gospel artist. I'm a mother. And a business woman.
Beautiful, beautiful. Lord, I mean, this is good because I could hear from this side there's business, inside is business, career, and married. So this makes the topic so exciting because I want to get some insight from you. You know, this is it's a good day to have you so that we can be able to learn certain things that we cannot understand as husbands. Alright, so today we're talking about, the topic for today is the roles and responsibilities of a wife. Why do you think this topic is important to you? Why should someone listen to this program? Why is this topic important? Anyone can start.
All right. It's a very important topic in society in the sense that marriage is an ongoing thing. People still get married, and some go in marriages before they are cancelled. So when we air such topics, we help a number of women in society who are entering marriages.
Beautiful. Anything to add on that?
I think marriage, each and every day, we learn something new. So we can say it all. There's always something that we can learn from one another. So I think bringing up such programs, of course you have a person who has an idea that you didn't know about, so at least you'll be able to know one or two things from a different perspective.
Beautiful, awesome. I love the point that sometimes people can go into marriages without being cancelled. So they are there and wafisanga, if it wafisanga, so it's very much important that you stay do there You understand and you learn what are the roles, what are these roles. If these roles are missing in that relationship, today after this topic, start applying them so that we can be able to make that relationship beautiful. All right, so let's go direct into it. The roles and responsibilities. Do we really have roles and responsibilities for what? Or who are we covering? What is your take? Yeah.
Well, I think they are.
Mhm.
They are some roles.
Mhm.
Because with the roles, it's something that has been aligned that should be taken in that perspective.
Mhm.
While it's a responsibility, it's an authority that you know yourself to say, okay, this is what I do on a daily
Authority.
basis. It's an authority. It's an authoritative from yourself. You know, to say, okay,
As
this-
a wife.
Yes. So that is
Okay.
that is a responsibility.
Mhm.
That is how I understand it. So they are, of course, there are roles
Mhm.
that we follow each and every day. You know, of course, we might not follow from A to Z,
Mhm.
but sometimes we may come from Z to A. But at least we know to say, okay, these are the things that we follow up in marriages.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Anything to help on that before we dig deep?
Yeah, precisely. What she's saying is actually true.
Mhm.
Yeah, roles are there, and also responsibilities. You must get responsibility, and it's just a symbol of maturity,
Mhm.
as in to purpose why you are in
Symbol
that.
of maturity. I'm like,
Why you are there,
Mhm.
and you are responsible for certain type of life that you have gone into as a mother, as a wife. Yeah, roles are guidelines as into how you are going to run that home as a wife.
okay.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, let's directly look at some of these roles and responsibilities. Share with us. We want to understand. We might have women who are outside there. Some they didn't pass through counseling. Others just found themselves in marriage. But this program to help them. Share with us. What are those some of the roles and responsibilities? Madam Mrs. Malu or this Madam Abudala, the Queen Kadamani.
Well, these roles and responsibilities in marriages come from both perspective, spiritual perspective point of view, and also cultural perspective point of view.
Wow.
Yeah, how we were taught to go into marriage by our parents from the cultural perspective point of view. It's also stage one, but there's also stage two when you go now into spiritual aspect point of view.
Spiritual stage
Yes,
two.
that's stage two, because once you're taught by parents, you're about to get married, there is now that counseling session that it takes place for you now to prepare yourself as in how you're going to live as a woman in your home. Now one might ask, what are these roles?
Yes.
Yes. You know, a woman in a home is a wife, and you must know that you have guidelines that have been put in place for you to follow. For example, you don't have to allow your husband to wash your clothes, nor should he wash his clothes. Yeah, those are your roles. Cooking for the family, taking care of your children, taking care of the home. Remember, you didn't married families. Those are your roles, to take care of both families. Should there be issues pertaining to what you are supposed to do as a woman in that home?
Now, let me just ask this. We might have a woman who will say, okay, did this person marry a maid? Because he has these good hands. He can cook. He's working, I'm working. Why should I be cooking? We should be alternating here. Because all of us are making money. How can we handle such kind of issue? We've got career women. They'll say, but all of us were working. Me, I go for work, even him goes for work. We bring in money, But why should I be doing this? A lot of chores. Why him we seated?
Okay,
Yeah.
so I think even as we are career women, career people, I think there's a limit to what each and every home can take.
Okay.
In as much as I'm able to do certain things, or maybe I would think that I would think that maybe I'm being taken as a mate.
Mm-hmm.
But firstly, why did I get into that marriage? I think this is where when we were starting, we talked about certain things that are taught to us. In as much as we've got money, in as much as we are able to employ people to do certain things for us, there should be a limit. We have husbands who cannot eat anything that is prepared by a maid. So at least if I can create time in my busy schedule, at least once in a while, I'm able to do certain things. You know, yeah. Now, I think nowadays we have times of washing machine. You know, it's not necessarily that I have to wash, but if I'm doing that process, even as I'm putting everything in that machine, I think it adds some weight to it. It adds some weight to it. So yes, there should be a limit. That's what I'm saying. There should be a limit to what I as a woman can do, even as much as I'm making money.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, so give us a glimpse. I heard that before a woman gets married or becomes a wife, there's some teaching that they pass through. So in this teaching, are there roles which are taught or responsibilities? What? Share with us. What happens? What is the woman taught?
So basically, when we are there, I think the main thing that is taught in there is how to take care of your husband and the home at large. Okay. Yes. You know, how you carry yourself, how you would want people around you to see how your family is being run. I think that is the most important thing. So taking care of ourselves, not just me, but my husband as well, and even just in home at large. That is the main thing that actually we're being taught. Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Madam Queen, your take on that?
Yeah, both roles and responsibilities are taught. Yes, and one thing that I would point out here is that in that session, when you are taught about marriage, I don't think career is also touched. In most cases, they are taught how a woman should live in a home. Mr. Nyirongo, right now as we are talking to women who are not even career women right now. They are just housewives at home. But we're talking to both. Now, when it comes to career perspective, it should not replace the wifehood of a woman.
Career.
It shouldn't be.
Not career woman if you're wife.
Nobody told me to go and spend 4 years to study economics to become a wife. But somebody taught me how to become a wife. But I needed to be a career woman. You know, in society, you must stand out as a career woman, but don't forget your values as a woman. It is very, very important to always remember that you are a woman in someone's home, a wife. Yeah.
Wow.
I think that is where the responsibility comes in. Because for me, the roles and the responsibility, but when it comes to responsibility itself, I think for me that's where submission comes in. So if I'm able to submit to this person that is looking after me, I think certain things will just flow in a certain way.
Beautiful. Let me hear from the prophetess. What is your take on today's topic? The roles and responsibilities of a wife.
The roles and responsibilities.
And the career, because women now, they are career women.
We are career women.
So is there a balance, or what's your take?
All right. So as much as we are busy in today's life, we also need to balance, because at the end of the day, we need to check who we are. Is it as a woman or as a wife? As a wife?
As a woman who is a wife.
As a woman who is a wife.
Yes.
So as a wife, you need to take your responsibilities seriously. Because I was just reading, anyway, as I was trying to wait for the rains in the car, I was just reading 1 Corinthians 7. So the Bible says, you know, we need to be there for one another. As a woman, be there for your husband. Love your husband. This is your responsibility. You need to love your man and give him your body as well. Yeah?
Your body.
Like that's the biggest problem I've come to notice. Even the Bible is saying, because of immorality, let every man have one woman. But you find the man is getting home, the woman has got, is it jeans and locks everywhere. They just swing, no, the chitambala is okay. They just swing in this mood that is telling a man, I'm untouchable today at this particular time. So we are not taking up our responsibility as wives, as women who are either in career or in ministry. So I'll speak as a minister of the gospel. As much as you are tired, do not deny your husband, your body, because that's the reason why he married you. He's not your sister, brother, or neither is he looking for an aunt or a sister in the house. If you feel if you put so you can sleep in a sister or a bed and you don't touch each other. It's okay, but I'm not, you're not my sister. So give me your body. I don't feel like it. Yeah, you know, as women, we are just becoming a full hand. And so there is immorality. I watched a clip of a cock. It was pursuing another a chick. At the end of the day, there's just one chick that just came and gave itself to this cock. And I'm like, so, you know, as a woman, you're trying to run away from your responsibility in a bedroom, in a home, and another one is ready to offer it freely. So you need to pull up your socks, women.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm appreciating that. Those are some of the roles that we need to look at and be able to make sure that they are safeguarded. Because right now, when there is this career issue, people are chasing after money. Certain things are being neglected. You can still be a career person, but still maintain and keep your marriage in good shape. Now, I want some more glimpse. A woman there is asking, what are some of these roles? If I am to be a good wife, what are some of the things? Like she has started one. What are other things am I supposed to be doing so that I'm a good wife?
So quickly, maybe let me pick that one. What you are supposed to do as a wife, number one, I think I've listed something like A up to M somewhere there, A, B, C, D. A wife is supposed to love her husband fully, and the mother of the husband also, because...
The mother of the husband?
Yes.
So in English now, praise the Lord.
You know, before you were born, before I can enjoy you as a man, there's somebody that carried you in a womb. And because that's a woman, we're talking of a role of a woman in a home. So as a woman, wholeheartedly. In fact, don't look at her like his mother. Look at her like my mother. Amen. Yeah, so because if you do that, you allow a bad end. You know, our own parents, we take care of them. So when it comes to the in-law,
I'm liking that part, that when you love your husband, love also, in short, the family where he's coming from. What is your take on that?
Yeah, like what I said earlier, when you are getting married, you are not marrying your husband, you are marrying both families. I spoke about that. And then in that marrying both families, there are also roles and responsibilities extended from your home to those families, like she is saying. Imagine my mother-in-law is sick. I shouldn't be telling my husband to go and make sure my mother-in-law gets you decked.
Your mother is sick.
Yes, when that is my role and the responsibility as the wife to that man. So I must make sure that woman is taken care of like I'm her own daughter. I love the way my mother-in-law calls me. She says, you are not my daughter-in-law. I don't like that. You are my own daughter. And when I get old, I need you to take care of me. I love that part so much, and I embrace it all the time.
And that's fundamental. That's as these young couples, as we are enjoying these relationships. These are some responsibilities we should not neglect. Because if you feel that you didn't treat well the other family, people from other families, this person only cares for me, doesn't care for where I'm coming from. The person who raised me to be the successful person I am, they don't care about them. What is your take, Madam Mahmoud?
Well, I totally agree with what has been said. When I marry this husband, of course, there are people that have good responsibilities. and together we take up those responsibilities in taking care of the family. I'll give an example. My husband is the firstborn, you know, and so we have these younger ones that he has, from the time that I married him, you know, he was already taking care of them. So now I came in and I took up the mantle as well. You know, not because I was forced to, but because that is how I've been brought up as well. You know, even at my home, at our house where I came from, I remember my father, we used to be a lot of us in the house. He used to take care of people. You know, he would sponsor people in colleges, in universities. And so when it came to me, I said, okay, this is something that I can actually take it up. You know.
Okay. Now, I want to ask this question to the three of you. In the past, men, they were sole providers of the house. You know, when in the past, in the olden days, where a man was doing everything and a woman would be at home and take care of the house and stuff like that. Now, in the era that we're in right now, things have changed. You find that even in the workplace, there is competition. A woman and a man. A man now is no longer the only person who's going out there. Even the women are going there. So which means they are all bringing something on the table. Are you able to take care of a man who's not providing?
Yes, I am.
Is it? Are you sure? Is that not making him lazy?
No.
First of all, you must.
Okay, let's start here. The next stage.
Okay, first of all, you must understand who a man is according to what the Bible says. A man who is a husband to you, the Bible hasn't changed despite times changing. The Bible still declares a husband must marry a woman who is submissive. Yes, but in your mind, you decided to marry somebody who is not working, isn't it? That cannot change the fact that you accepted and you must take care of that man. It's okay.
Or you married, he was working, but he no longer works and he can't make any income. But
What were the declarations when you entered into that marriage? For better, for worse, we stand on the altar, and those are the things we declare.
Okay.
For better, for worse, I shall be with you. That's not a song when you're getting married. It's a declaration for life. It's like written to you.
I like that.
I think for me, of course, I would take care of somebody who is, maybe for instance, was working.
For how long?
Okay, now I'm coming to that point. Somebody that was working and then maybe he loses a job. Excuse me. He loses a job in the process. So now here's the person who's working hard in trying to find another thing to do. I'll push him. You know, I'll push him. You know, to do that. But here's a person who just sleeps from 6 to 6 and then I should be buying meal in the house. No, I'm not going to do that.
But do you remember the 10 years?
No, there was this story I read, I think 2 weeks ago on social media, where there was a man who lost his job. After losing his job, this man told the wife to say, I will still provide everything that I'll be providing. And he used to move out of the house each and every day. She never used to know where this man used to go. Until one day she followed that man. And then Raisa Sangati, where he lives blocks, these houses that are being built. So he was lifting blocks and he would go there with his vehicle every day. So he said, this woman was saying, how can my husband be doing that? This is a man that was doing very fine. I said, but this woman should be proud that this man is doing something. I mean, garden boy, if this man is, and you know, he said, I will not even stop paying the rentals or anything, or even the school fees. These children were going to an expensive school. And there he was trying to make it up. Even if I'm not working with that job that I had, at least I should be able to do this. So I think in that case.
I like that. Okay. This is now where I want to catch something. This man was a provider in the old. Was the sole provider. This time it has changed.
It has changed.
It has changed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Meaning that all the cylinders in the house are firing. If he is got no income, is there anything a woman can do to bring this person up?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Or you just have to find ways to provide? Okay.
yeah. There is something that a woman can do. We are called helpers,
Mm-hmm.
not for only any other thing, but everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Only there is a limit as to when a woman and how long she can help.
Everyone therefore question me. That's how long because they move at you. One
It shouldn't be for yeah.
Atete sungu mwa umefo.
Women are not meant to be providers. They are meant to help the
Okay, to be
provider.
helpers.
So if I'm going to take care of my man, because takwete, you as a man, you need to be pushing. You don't just stop.
Sit
Okay,
back.
sometimes there are powers drawing you back or down, but at least try also to help, to do something, at least to bring something. If in this particular 1 year, 2 years, you are not doing anything, you got to rise up, because soon you lose your self-respect. No matter how much a woman loves you, there's a moment they just feel tired. They just feel weighed down. Not that they even want, because it's not in them to provide continually. It's
Okay.
in them to give you help. Of course, as women,
So
when you
meaning
love,
that there's supposed to be provision happening so that they are continuously helping.
yes, but in a state where the inchto ya aqua, you lose out your job or your business or anything, there's a tragedy. A woman can stand with you, but not for a longer period of time, yeah?
Okay. All right, we've got a caller. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. All right. So if you want to join us on this program, you can be able to call 0978-325-332, 0978-325-332.
As I was saying,
Yes.
Nasha, you cannot carry the burden of a family as a woman for life. All the women that I've seen that did that, they ended up in divorce.
Oh.
Yes.
So
So those are the
Yeah,
dangers